Hey everybody, it's Brian Asbury, and I just wanted to welcome you to today's episode. If you could, like today's episode, hit that subscribe button, and let's continue to grow the developmentally speaking brand.
Today, my guest is former WWE superstar, Intercontinental Champion. You may remember him as Ahmed Johnson. Tony, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good, brother. How about you?
Can't complain. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for coming on today. I greatly appreciate it. You were a big
No
star.
problem.
Yeah, anybody that watched wrestling back then knew who Ahmed Johnson was.
Oh yeah,
So let me ask you a question you've probably been
not to be
asked.
forgotten.
No. Let me ask you a question you've probably been asked a lot throughout your career. What made you want to get into professional wrestling?
Um, really, I didn't. I was more of a football type of guy. But Stevie Ray from Harlem Heat,
Hmm.
uh, real name is Lash. He got me and started with him going to Ivan Pux's school, and I kind of just fell in love with it from there.
How long did you go there before you decided that this was something that you were going to pursue?
Um, I knew immediately that is something I wanted to pursue because it took a lot of athleticism and the things that I had, it took a lot of, and I had every aspect of that.
Now, training back then is a lot different than it would be today. Back then it seemed like they tried to push you out. They wanted to push you to see if you really wanted this.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. It was a big shoot fight, man. The instructors get you in there and they would shoot on you, and they would really train you hard, not like today.
Oh yeah. How long did you train before you started working matches?
Um, Probably about a year.
Now, during all of that, did you just stay around the area you were in, and then when you started working matches, how long before you started branching out?
I just did locally at first, just local shows.
Yeah.
And then other places started calling for me, and so I started going to other places. And then the Sportatorium called for me, which was a big step
Hmm.
up in Dallas, Texas. Although they were just paying like $20, but they called, and so I started, going to Sportatorium, and that's where everything happened.
Is that where you first started getting your name out there?
Yeah, that's when I cut my teeth out there.
Now, how long were you there before your name was getting around and everybody wanted to have you on their show?
I'd say about 6 months, man, and I had a match against the Freebirds. And Michael Hayes liked me. He loved the way I performed and everything. And he told me that, man, I'm bringing you to the WWF.
Hmm.
I was like, I've heard that before.
Yeah.
But he did what he said he was going to do, man. He kept his word.
So how was that transition from working these independents to going to the WWF?
It was wild, because here you are seeing a bunch of guys you watch on TV, and now you're in the room with them. It was a different ball game.
So how was that early WWF start for you? Where did they send you anywhere to train, or did they just automatically put you on the road and then started working some dates?
They just automatically put me in a role, started working in dates.
How was that? How was did you what kind of loops did they put you on and people you were working with when you first started with the WWF?
Well, I worked with a bunch of jobbers to begin with, and because a lot of guys were so jealous of me, which I don't know why, but they were very, very jealous of me, getting the push that I was getting.
So speaking of that push, how long before you signed that contract did you start, climbing the ranks in the WWE because you were a household name quick and for a while.
Right,
Yeah,
immediately,
yeah. What
because
led
Vince,
Go ahead.
because Vince didn't have anybody with that kind of intensity
Yeah.
and that kind of animal magnitude. He didn't have anybody there to have that.
So what was that? Was there any pressure on you for that, or did you just take it with stride and that this was where you belonged?
I took it that this is where it belonged, but it was just the jealousy, man, that got to me, man. You know, guys been jealous. That really got to me.
Any particular reason why you think they were jealous, or just because you got that push and you got over quick?
Right, because how quickly I got over with the fans. I mean, from day one, from our dark match, man, we did a match, me and a guy named Rico Suave.
Hmm.
We did a dark match for WWF. And man, I mean, we got done, the fans were actually standing up, clapping.
That's amazing.
And I think, yeah, I think that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
There also wasn't very many men, your size back then either. You're a big man, and that's intimidating to a lot of people, and I think that's why Vince really grabbed onto that because he's always the size guy, wasn't he?
Right. And,
Yeah.
and somebody that was 350 pounds and can move like a 200 pounder,
Hmm.
that really impressed Vince.
So how long were you there before they put that Intercontinental title on you?
How long was I there? I would say a year.
Yeah. What
I
was
think. I'm not sure.
and that's a big honor, I would say. That title meant a lot. That was
Yes.
like the title. People talk about different titles in WWE, but the Intercontinental title is something special to a lot of people.
Yes, back then it meant a whole lot.
Yeah.
Now, today, I don't know if it means as much today.
Yeah. That title back then meant you were, the workhorse. You were who was going to be the man. They put that belt on someone they trusted and they could build with.
Right.
Yep. So, is there any particular moments from your time at WWF that stand out more than others?
Like I said, man, the thing that got me the most is how jealous everybody was. I mean, they're grown men, man. And if you're jealous, then bring yourself up to my level. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Do what I do. I
Yeah.
mean, don't sit there and be jealous of me. The only person that wasn't jealous of me and helped me out was Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon would watch my matches. When I got done, I would come to the back, and he would like, "Big man, this looked good. That didn't look good. This
Hmm.
looked good. That didn't look good." I mean, he would actually, critique my matches for me.
Just a cutthroat back then. Everybody wanting everybody's spot. No one wanted.
Everybody wanted to be on top, brother.
Yeah.
And here you got this kid coming off the streets, making his way all the way up the ladder that quick. It rubbed a lot of people the wrong way.
Yeah. I mean, you had action figures, you were in video games, your merchandise, just everything. That's an amazing accomplishment because not everybody gets an action figure, not everybody's in a video game. You rose very quickly, and like I said earlier, like everybody knows the name Ahmed Johnson.
Oh yes.
Is there so besides the jealousy that other people had, is there any particular moments that stand out for you that you're proud of during your run of the WWE?
What I was most proud of, man, was first of all my first day there.
Yeah.
Then I was very proud of winning, being the first African American to win the Intercontinental Champion in history.
Hmm.
That was a big, big accomplishment.
Now, was there any plans for you after you won that IC title?
Yeah, before I got injured, I was supposed to go against Sean, and we were supposed to have a fight for the World Championship,
And then you got injured, and then
right?
so when you came back from your injury, was it just they were done, they were moving on?
No, they were still pushing me.
Yeah.
It's just that when I came back from the my injury, it was like slow and steady.
And I hate that because injury can be the worst thing that could possibly happen to you. But your name back then, like everybody wanted a piece. Ahmed. It was.
Yes.
I don't think during that time period, I keep saying it, like Ahmed Johnson was up, up there with everybody else, just as popular. I don't think anybody could ever argue that at
Right.
all. So what was it like? You started wrestling, you rose quickly. Now you're in video games. You've got these action figures. You've got T-shirts. That's got to be a proud accomplishment.
Yeah, but you know what? First time I seen my action figure was I was in Toys R Us shopping for my daughter,
Mhm.
and I don't know, man. I seen it, but it didn't. I wasn't like overly whelmed. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I thought I would lose my mind, but I didn't. It was like I stayed on my level. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. A lot of guys would have been thought that they were just the bee's knees now, nobody can
Oh
touch
yes,
me. Yeah. Oh yeah.
oh yes. And I didn't. I stayed in my lane, man.
Uh-huh. So how long, were you with the WWE, and then what led to your departure there?
I was with them. I don't even remember. I've been so long ago. I don't even remember. Although I was with them. But what led my departure was I went to Vince. I had some problems I had to take care of.
Mhm.
My sister was in the hospital and she was going to pass away from cancer. And all this stuff was on my mind. That then I found out I had diabetes, and I was like, one thing after another, after another, after another.
Yeah.
And it was just time for me to leave, man, and get myself together.
Now, after you left, the WWE, what led to WCW? How did that all come about?
Uh, Stevie Ray called me one day and was like, "Hey man, I need you to come to WCW with me and be my tag team partner." And I was like, "No," because first I was just through with it.
Yeah.
But then, I've been sitting at home eating bonbons and getting fat and not thinking about going anywhere else. And then Stevie called me. Then Vince Russo called me, and I was like, "Okay, you both called me." So we went out to eat, and from that point, I decided, yeah, okay, I'll go and give it a shot. I'm not in shape. I'm out of shape. I'm not really ready to go, but you need me. I'm there. Because me and Stevie been friends for ages, man.
Yeah.
Ages. I mean, we worked together and everything.
What was the main difference between, the WWE and WCW that you could
It
notice right off the bat?
it didn't seem like too much more bull in
Yeah.
WCW. I mean, the guys, in WWF, you guys saying, "Oh, Ahmed hit me too hard," or "Ahmed was rough with me," and WCW, not one guy complained, man.
No.
I don't know if that made the WC guys tougher, or it just that showed that the guys that were complaining in WWF were full of shit.
I'd say a little of both.
Yeah.
Any particular moments stand out from your WCW run?
Um, Not really, man. I was just wanting to get in and get out, man, because I was, like I said, I wasn't in shape. I wasn't really, had my head into it anymore. I was just ready to go.
Yeah. So after WCW, you kind of disappeared for a while. How was how did people start reaching back out to you? Because you kind of resurfaced online here. What led to that?
Well, I disappeared for a while. Then I decided I owed my fans more than my backside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I started getting back online, and people started reaching me through Facebook Messenger and texting me and everything. And I decided to go back out and give it a shot.
And how's that been going for you?
Outstanding. Outstanding. We've been having real good crowds at the signings, and everything's going great, man.
So was that nerve wracking at all heading back into this with such a long, break in between? Were you wondering how you would be received?
Yeah, I had my doubts,
Yeah.
because I've been gone so long. I had my doubts, but like you said, people remember Ahmed Johnson.
Oh yeah. Is there I know it's been quite a while since you done anything with WWE. Has there been any contact at all with like a Legends deal or an action figure or anything after all these
No,
years? No.
no,
That's a shame. That really is a shame.
yeah,
But you never say never.
yeah. But when Vince is pissed at you, he's pissed at you, and he was mad, and he's still mad at me for leaving when I left.
Yeah.
You know,
But sometimes
so you must be happy with that.
you got to do what you got to do. You got to take care of what you got to take care of, and you know,
Exactly, but I wish I would have did. I didn't tell Vince what was going on in my life because I'm the type
yeah,
of person that kept my life very private. I didn't tell him, I had a sick sister, and this, that, and the other, and and she's my play sister, but she was like my sister. And
Yeah,
then she passed away a day after I left. So it was like my head was all screwed up, man.
yeah. I completely understand. I'm sorry to hear that. How is everything with you now? How's life now?
Um, Going great, man. Great. No complaints.
Are you doing anything
Never left.
besides the conventions or anything like wrestling wise?
Oh no,
No.
no wrestling. I'm too old for that now. We
But
got way too old for that.
never say never.
Yeah, that's true.
So during your tenure in professional wrestling, you made it to the WWE to WCW. You got to wrestle, where you started at. Is there anything that you're most proud of besides, winning the Intercontinental Championship, being on national television? There was a lot of people that looked up to you during your
Right.
run in professional wrestling, and you know, I, you're always a memorable name, a memorable the person you portrayed. Is there anything that stands out the most?
Well, something that stands out the most, it has nothing to do with wrestling. We'll
Yeah.
get off that for a minute. Is when I became the most distinguished honor graduate of the United States Army. And that's graduating number one out of 2,000 soldiers. I graduated number one, top of the class. And that stands out to me
Yeah,
just as well as the Intercontinental Belt does.
I would totally agree. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Is there any advice that you would give to anyone getting into professional wrestling?
To get in professional wrestling,
Yeah.
just train your butt off, man. When the next guy's going home, you should still be in the gym training. And get your body right. Because WWF, well, they used to like big bodies. They don't think they like it anymore
Yeah.
from the bodies I'm seeing. But they used to love big bodies, man. So get yourself as pumped up as possible and keep training, man.
I seen you've lost a lot of weight recently, and that's a big
Yes, sir.
accomplishment. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How hard was that?
Woo! Extremely hard. Extremely hard. It wasn't something I wanted to do. Let's put it like that. But I had no choice, man. It was affecting my health and everything
Yeah.
else. So yeah, I had to get this weight off, man.
Well, congratulations on that too. It seems like everything's
Thank
going
you.
positive for you.
Oh yeah, I can't complain. God's been blessing me, man.
Do you still follow professional wrestling?
Not really.
No. Do
No.
do they still recognize you?
Yes.
Yes.
They still recognize who I am.
Well, I just want to say thank you for taking some time out and talking a little bit today. Thank you for what you did for professional wrestling and what you continue to do. You're a household name. You're a memorable name. I think the name Ahmed Johnson will always live on. And I hope that one day that we get to see a new line of Ahmed figures, maybe in a video game, some T-shirts. I mean, everything you accomplished so much so quickly, nobody can deny that. And I feel like you deserve more than what you've got right now.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Is there any appearances you've got going on coming up?
I'm in Philadelphia, I believe, on the 27th this month.
Okay. People, they'll flock. I'm sure they flock over to see you because you've only been doing this for a little while now, right?
Yes.
Yes. So how do you like the convention scene, catching up with everybody?
It's fun, man, to meet your fans and, sign an autograph for them and this, that, and other. I enjoy it. I enjoy seeing the fans, man.
Good. Well, thank you again for taking some time out today. If there's anything I can ever do, feel free to reach out to me. I appreciate it.
Hey, brother, I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you.